What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out the Barricade Tubular HD Adventure Doors fitting all 2021 and newer two-door Broncos. Now if you want to feel a little more secure in your Bronco when the full doors are off, these are going to do a great job at that while still keeping that open air feel and freedom that you intended when you bought your Bronco. Now these are also going to be great if you take your Bronco in the dirt without the doors on because of the visibility that it offers, but again need some extra protection for whatever hazards that you may come across, especially if you're out in the woods. Now consequently, these are also just going to add a tougher and more finished appearance to the truck if you want that sleek yet rugged look for your Bronco. Now tube doors are great for not only just completing the look of the sides of your Bronco with the full doors off, but it gives you that additional sense of security and some actual protection from brush or other off-road hazards, and of course the extra character to make the build your own. Now these ones in particular will excel at all of those characteristics with the tubular construction and a stylish angled look, the smooth body lines that contour to the door frame for good fitment, and the steel plating on the back that houses this bracket for the latch. Now speaking of the latches and the hardware, this is going to include everything that you need for a solid fit. This will have the very easy to use latches, all of the factory style hinge pins and brackets that you need for install, and they'll even include some smaller features that are going to make a difference, like those rubber bump stops there. Those are going to avoid any rattling, which can be very annoying when you're driving down the road. These will have a 1 1/4 inch diameter tubular steel construction, which is a little bigger than some other choices, giving it a beefier look. Now on the outer parts of the door where the handles and latches are will be an 1/8 inch thick steel plate with Barricade laser cut into the construction, which is going to add a little bit of that stylish touch. Now on top of all of this is going to be a 2-stage epoxy pre-coating and high-grade texture black powder coat to resist any rusting or weathering of the construction over time, so it's going to keep this look for years to come. And again, it is going to include all of the hardware needed when it comes time to install them. Now these will be one of your more affordable choices for doors at about $450. The thick tubing here and the simple but stylish construction that these really have boasts a high quality look, and with everything in the kit included for install, it makes it a very easy way to achieve all of the great benefits of tube doors in one kit. These will also come with a 3-year limited warranty, and we even offer panel covers to add more of a finished appearance if you really want to complete the package, and you can find those right here on our site. Now install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. These are going to be very easy to set up and install. Should only take you about an hour the first time, and once these are all put together, it shouldn't take you any time at all to swap from these doors to your full doors and back. Now at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your 2-door Bronco at home. So that is going to wrap it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, a 10mm wrench, 10 and 13mm sockets, 4 and 5mm Allen sockets, and the included Allen wrench. What's up guys? Today we're installing a set of doors on our Bronco, so let's get started. So to remove our factory doors, we have one connector here, and then a bolt up top and a bolt at the bottom. Now this might be a little bit hard to see from this camera angle. Everything in this door jamb is painted besides the 2 bolts that we need to remove. Those are both silver, so they're very easy to see. Now there's a cover on the back of the connector that we're just going to push backwards, and then we're just going to pull out the connector, just like that. And then we'll grab a 13mm socket to remove our 2 bolts. And now we just need to lift our door off. The only extra thing I'm going to do is just fold this mirror out so that we have more clearance. So now I've got our door and everything that we need to install on it on the table. We're just going to go piece by piece. We're not going to fully tighten everything down. We're going to get it snug enough to where we can make adjustments once it's on the car. So now first we're going to install our bumper at the top corner of our door. We've got the smallest bolt that's included in the kit with a flat washer. We're going to put that through the hole, and then we're going to thread it in. I'm using the included Allen wrench to do that. Now next we can assemble our door latch. So we're going to take our bracket first. This is the one for the passenger side. We're going to take our M6 bolt with flat washer, drop it through, and then get another flat washer and a lock nut on the back side. And same thing for the other hole. And then we're going to take a 4mm Allen socket and a 10mm wrench, and we're just going to snug these up so that we can still move it around. And then we can thread in our actual latch. We're going to be using that same M6 bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer. And then a 4mm Allen socket, just snug it up. Next we can install our two hinges. Now the one with this bolt going through it is going to be for the top. So now this door is upside down right now. We're going to put the latch on top of that bracket. We have a double bolt plate, double nut plate going on the other side. And then we're going to take our M8 bolts, and thread them through the bracket, through the latch, and into that double nut plate. And then on the bottom, same thing. And now we can get this on the Bronco and make our adjustments and tighten everything down. So now back at the Bronco, we're gonna have to put a couple spacers on our hinges. We have a thick one and a thin one. The thick one's a little taller as well. Taller, thicker ones going on the top and the smaller ones going on the bottom. And then we can lift our door into place. We're gonna drop the bolt on the top hinge through the hole and just line up the bottom hole. We have a bolt with a lock washer and flat washer for that one. Now we'll work on the top hinge first. We have a flat washer followed by a lock washer and then a nut going onto that stud. And then we can grab our 10mm socket. We're going to tighten down the bottom and then the top. And now we can go to our bottom hinge. We're going to line that up. And we're going to grab our hex bolt with a lock washer and flat washer and thread that in. And then we're going to grab a 13mm socket and tighten that bolt down. So now we're going to close our door, line up our latch, get it to latch, and then we can go back and tighten everything down. Now with our door latch, we're going to come to our hinges and tighten down these 4 bolts with a 5mm Allen socket. And now lastly, we can come back and tighten our latch. First, we're just going to open and close the door, make sure that our adjustments on the hinges were good. So that opens and closes nice and smooth. So we'll take our 4mm Allen socket and tighten everything down. And then on the inside here, 10mm wrench and that same 4mm Allen socket. And now you can repeat that same process for the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Barricade Tubular HD Adventure Doors for your 2021 and newer two-door Bronco. Thank you for watching, and for all things Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.